How's it going, guys? Bring Your Platoon here once again, and welcome back to another just a good game in World of Tanks Xbox One Edition. Today I'm going to be in the Tier 8 American Light Tank, the M41 Walker Bulldog. This is, of course, after they took off the Autoloader, and all I can say is, my god, no wonder why they took off that Autoloader. This thing is... Not only is it fast as fuck, it's got great gun stats and accuracy. Well, I guess that goes with stats in general. But, like, you aim 1.9 seconds. That's how fast you can aim. And then your accuracy is 0.36. It's not the best, but for a light tank, that's phenomenal. What else? Its camo rating is like 56. Which is great, I think. It's decent. Like, I don't even have cola on, and look at my view range and my camo working out perfectly with, of course, you know, the situational awareness, the optics for the equipment. I believe I have optics, vents, and a gun god damn it, the vertical stabilizer on? Or the gun laying drive. I can't remember which, but basically I'm not worried about my DPM in this thing because it's already incredible. I'm just maxing out its... Or you know what? Screw what I said about the equipment slots, because honestly I have no idea what I put on for this tank. It really doesn't matter. You can max out aiming time, you can max out your DPM. Obviously you're going to want to put optics on it because it's a light tank and you're supposed to spot for your team. But it's got 400 view range, by the way. That's awesome, considering that a lot of the Tier 9 and Tier 8 light tanks have, for whatever reason, mediocre view range at like 370 or 380, whatever. Or at least that's the case for the French light tanks. But, yeah. I may not go farther in the line for a very long time. And granted, I still have to grind to the T49, and I'm not going to use that fucking derp gun as much as I want to derp on waffles and shit barns and stuff like that, but yeah, the 90 mil all the way, in my opinion. This thing is just incredible. Like, it can go reverse at 25 kilometers an hour. Or like, I was doing 22 backwards there up a hill, so I assume it's like 25. I could be wrong on that, though. But you can get out of situations relatively easily. And you're so fast that all you need is, like, I don't know, 10 meters to get up to 50 kilometers an hour. And by that time, if you're undetected and going around a corner, people won't have the reflexes to react to you flying out of the corner at such a high speed, and they'll either miss or maybe they'll hit you. If you have my luck, they'll hit you, but any other time, they'll shoot in front of you, they'll biff it into your track, they'll shoot behind you, or they'll just, yeah, miss entirely. But, like, its snapshotting capacity is amazeballs. Like, if I was going to aim in these shots, they would go in flawlessly into that Cheery. Because, one, it's a Cheery, and it can't bounce anything. And two, this tank is so good. If you haven't played the American Light line yet, I suggest you do so. I was very disappointed when I figured out that they took off the autoloader, and I realized that's like really old news, like a year ago old news. I free XP'd to this bitch thinking it still had the autoloader, and I was so infuriated. I was like, why would they take it off? And then I, started learning how to play it. This thing, while it is great for speed, you will spin yourself out, because that's just how fast it is. It goes 70 on flat ground. It is fucking fast. You need to slow it down around curves, otherwise you'll end up flipping your tank and look like a fool. And as far as going down hills goes, you need to slow it down yet again. But, like, being a light tank, you're not going to have the penetration to deal with a lot of things, and if you're not shooting in them in the side, you're playing the tank wrong. You should be doing the support role solely in this thing. It doesn't have the alpha. It doesn't have the HP to spare, although it does have quite a lot for a tier 8 light tank. I think that's a lot, 1100, yeah, sure. But It's definitely got the accuracy. Use your view range. This just is just generic stuff for light tank play. If you don't know how to play a light tank by now and you're at tier 8, then you should probably go back a few tiers to relearn it, because honestly, you probably don't know how to drive heavies, mediums, or even artillery. So, yeah. But, back to what I was saying. I cannot stress how great this, like, for some reason that bounced off me. That was pure luck. But, it's just a fun tank. Like, this tank is what do I want to say here? I like this tank, I think, guys, more than the Lycan. And that's without the autoloader. Could you imagine this thing with the autoloader back, even instead of like a 10-round clip or whatever crazy bullshit that I had way back when? Could you imagine it even with, I don't know, the T-71 Lycan and the T-71 respectively? I still get the two mixed up, because I know there's two T-71s. One of them doesn't have an autoloader, and then the other one does. If you look at the American line, you will see two T-71s. I don't know which one has the autoloader. Just like click on the armor model and press Y for Xbox and triangle for PS4. And I'm sure it'll tell you. It'll be like rounds in clip 4 or 5 or something like that. The Black Edition Lycan. The Black Edition Lycan? What am I, on drugs? The Lycan variant of the T-71 tank has 5 rounds in a clip, and it's a 76 mil. Granted, you're not going to do a lot of damage, but, you know, 5 shots into somebody, they're going to feel it. And then you can just dick around them and run away, and then wait 18 seconds, and then you're ready to go again. It's pretty great. Or is it longer than 18 seconds? I don't know. But this thing, honestly, it's still great. If you played it with the autoloader, yeah, you're not going to want to go back to its current state right now, as it is. Because you grew attached to it with the autoloader. That's what you're used to. And now that it doesn't have it, of course it's going to take some time to readjust. But honestly, it doesn't need it. It really doesn't. It's fully capable of being a light tank, and a great one at that, in its current state. Yeah. I don't like this map. I really don't, because the arty will stay in the 0 line, or maybe go to like A1 if they're feeling a little risky. And heavies usually, if I spawn on the side that I'm on right now, my heavies will usually go through the town. And people complain that that's the wrong play, but honestly, once you take the town, you get shots into like the hill area at the 4 line, and once you're there, it's pretty much over for the enemy team, because they can't really do much to stop you unless they have some smart snipers in, I don't know, like the 6 line, and they're shooting at you as you're coming out of the town. That's what I usually do, and it works out, and I usually have some great games like that. But I don't know. It's not a terrible map. It's definitely one of the ones I do enjoy more, but I just get tired of the same plays over and over again. Like, we need some heavies in the in the E line to move up to like F8. And if you don't have any heavies with you, and you're just gonna snipe at like the C line, because that's what people love to do in their tank destroyers, even top tier ones. It's pretty fucking sad. But yeah, then the enemy just charges through that one hill, and then your entire defense is screwed. So yeah, you're caught basically with your pants down, forced to defend your base at like the ridgeline of A6 and B6. And if you don't have any armor, well, then you're fucked, because there's nothing you can do to prevent them from capping out, because they'll have people on C9 and 0 protecting the base, after you try and go for a reset. So, yeah. It just... And it's pretty much the same thing for the other side, except the sniping position, instead of the C line, it is going to be, for the top spawn, it would be, no. Yeah, when you're coming out of the bottom spawn, assuming you're going to, like, F5 to try and spot, for whatever reason, they'll be shooting you from, like, I'm going to say C7, at the very tippity-toppity edge there, and if you get detected, you're going to get wailed on by Death Stars or ship barns or whatever. And I make a mistake here. Like, it's not loading high explosive, despite, you know, I didn't think I'd have that much of an easy time penning the side of the Borsig, but I know it's not very well armored. Was kind of hoping to track him there. I realized it wasn't right into the drive wheel. Didn't think he'd be looking at me that quickly, and look what I do here. Boom. I hit the fucking gun, and it pre-detonates, and then that was kind of a lucky shot there. Server lag is great, by the way. But yeah, I would recommend this tank to all who like light tank play, and there's really not a damn thing I can say against it, because any mistake that you make is completely on you, and that's an ace tanker, apparently. I wasn't going to upload this because I know, like, tier 8, 9, and 10 games usually have crazy damage, and I didn't really want to disappoint anybody. But, yeah, ace tankers are always good, right? So, I threw it up, and, yeah, or I decided to throw it up, and here it is. So, thank you guys for watching. Sorry for my rambling. I really didn't feel like doing a commentary right now, but I told you guys I would put out videos, so I'm going to. Thank you for watching once again, and I'll catch you next time.